some people have asked me about the celebration, you can call it retreat, that I went through just a week ago. It ended almost a week ago. It was the most transforming thing in my life. I've experienced many totally mind-blowing, amazing things, what most people would call big miracles. So I'm used to it. It's a part of my life. It is as natural as breathing. So it started back in April, on the more or less on the birthday of one of my big masters. I have, like, of my heart, it was Ramana and Nana. They gave actually the experience, the greatest experiences. Of course, also Virgin Mary, Mother Mary also did, even if I didn't ask for it. It was just a given. So many things have happened. I mean, I can write books about this. There's so much. And but then Nisargadatta Maharaj, his teaching has helped me a lot to get very huge clarity of mind and to get rid of most blocks that are hindering us to see the unity of all life, the infinite love and joy, which is already there, which is already you and me. There is nothing except that. So he has helped me a lot. Of course, Ramana also helped, and there's some ancient books. I can also mention, like Ribu Gita, Ashtavaka Gita, and so on. I mean, the list is long. So on, just like, I think it was the day before, I wrote with somebody who had mentioned that there was some realized living master alive. And how could that be? I have not heard about him or her. So I just wrote to him, and it gave me some kind of a hope, because then at least I could go and visit, and if there was no energy, fine. If it was the same like I experienced with Nana, I also had the joy of, before I met Nana, some other realized beings at Arunachala, 3 of them I met, and they had a similar feeling like Nana, but Nana gave a much more impact because he was probably destined to help me. So I woke up in the morning. It was on Nisargadatta's birthday, the 17th of April, and I felt like something immensely. Like I said, I don't have suffering. I didn't have suffering, but some expansion of becoming almost big as the whole universe. And what was that? That I haven't had since I met Nana 33 years ago. That was very interesting. Could it be this GM, this living master, that my Facebook friend, he had shared a little bit about? In fact, I asked him, because I saw he posted some beautiful posts on teachings that were very close to my heart. You know, like, there is only love, and if you don't feel it, you need to grow. Something like, yeah, it was not exactly like that, but something very beautiful, you know, something that made sense and resonated with the heart. So this was promising. Then I wrote this to him, my Facebook friend, and then he asked me if I wanted to talk to his realized master, who was sort of, almost nobody knew about her. She had maybe like around 2010 she realized, but she was silent for many years. She didn't speak, and only like recently, around New Year 2003, like January, she agreed that people could post her lectures and tell a little bit about her. So that was, it was a new thing. So then, and when I spoke to her, just within, in fact, she, as far as I remember, she texted me first. She said, "Hi Freddy, how are you?" the same thing came back, just like the 17th of April in the morning, and I knew it was her who did it. And then we chatted for some time, and it just kept on growing. You know, same like meeting a realized master, but through SMS. I never experienced that before. That was new. It was a very good sign. And then she suddenly just called me. She didn't say, "Can I call you?" She just called me and said, "Hi, Freddy, do you have time to speak?" Of course, I had. It was the dream since I was 5 years old to meet a master who could, like, polish, you know, to finalize the thing so that, you know, for me to really get what I always was looking for, the ultimate purpose of life, you know. So she was so free, so happy, like speaking with my own grandmother or something. It was just totally amazing. And after that, I think it was for like 24 hours, it was total highest state, ultimate joy, love and peace. Wow! Did she just give it to me? Oh no, after like 24 hours, it sort of went back to more or less the same thing. But now I got a clue. I knew who it was, and I knew she was totally realized. The highest kind of development possible, the ultimate potential of a human being, you know. So I knew I've struck gold. I found gold here. Then I listened to her teachings. It was very beautiful. There is, you know, it's very universal. She was a scientist. She realized around 2010, and she didn't go public. Just like in New Year, and very, very low profile. Just she does it at home. She doesn't take any money. She even gives you tea for free. I was going inside the kitchen. She gave me tea. It's very, very casual, like your own mother or own grandmother. I mean, I'm totally touched. I have no words. It's just the most pure thing. Like Ramana, to me, it was the most pure thing you can ever imagine. And she is Ramana's sister. It's really so. Because I just spent 2 weeks with her, and I have just no words. So, anyhow, her teachings, it's more like, you know, like a scientist, psychologist. There are no like spiritual words. There's no Indian words, no religious words. You know, the most spiritual word she's using is awareness and consciousness and love, like that. It's just like regular words, but the most profound teaching imaginable. But I didn't really get the key to fully understand her. And she speaks a little bit loud in some of the audios. I was thinking, is she angry or what? In fact, I asked her this question when I met her, and she just laughed. And of course she is not. It's just like she's so passionate about other people should wake up to their true potential. And sometimes she lives in an area near the train station. So sometimes there's a noisy train. She has to speak a little bit louder. And then when editing, they can remove the sound of the trains and on the street like that. So that was the reason. So anyhow, but when I came to her place, she has like open Sunday meetings where everybody could come. And I arrived there like 10:30, and then everybody sat down and meditated. And I felt a mighty, mighty, mighty presence in the house. It was on the basement floor, you know, on the first floor, and she's living in the upper floor. And it was very powerful. Oh my God, what was this? Total heaven, total union. And I understood that this was really something. But then when she came down and she said, close your eyes, and I felt something, you know, it was just, you cannot imagine. It doesn't even take a second, you know, much less than that. It's like immediate. And instead of feeling 1,000 volt of love, joy and peace, it became millions. And I realized that some people said before, Freddy, you have reached the goal, this must be called enlightenment. And I knew it was not like that, but many people told me, and I didn't take it seriously. But they said, no suffering means you have reached the destination. I said, no. Anyhow, so then she started to speak, something similar like in her YouTube channel, very beautiful and just spontaneous, like flowing. But now I understood exactly what she meant when I was in her limitless high energy field. Totally made sense, everything. And it was as if my higher self, or the whole universe, the Absolute, was speaking. So, and then I had the opportunity to ask some questions, and there were just a few questions, about, she is often saying, close your eyes and know the peace within. It didn't make sense to me. I mean, many people don't have peace within. Most people, they have like chaos. They're running away from that. And then I realized, she said, no, it means like the absolute, the beyond, totally beyond all thoughts and all creation, just before the before. Like Ramana, he said, be still. Or Nisargadatta, he said, beyond I am, beyond all consciousness, that he called awareness, or just the absolute. So that basically what she meant is, close your eyes and just stay or abide in the absolute, where there's no me, no you, no nothing, no up and down, like that. There's just like, even before beingness, before consciousness. Then it made sense. So she clarified these things and it made sense. So for those of you who are going there and who want to meet the GM on a Sunday meeting or maybe on a retreat or so, if you feel it's very difficult to understand her book or the website or the audios, you could just as well, in my opinion, just restudy some books about Nisargadatta Maharaj or Ramana. It's basically the same thing. They are the same being. It's not a difference. They are the same. I know. And like Nana, they are the same. Are there like, can you say there are two absolutes or two divine realities? No. It's the same. It's just like that ultimate absolute. They have become that. And they're totally impersonal. They're just limitless love, joy, and peace. So you could just study something with Nisargadatta. I can maybe put something here in the description. But there are some very good things. For example, pointers by Nisargadatta Maharaj. That's one thing. And then I think there's one more I can link. It is, I think, there is no such thing as a person. It's difficult to find it. It's like a 12-hour thing. So that could be a very good preparation also. So anyhow, what I like about GM is that, first of all, she is pure, innocent. She doesn't take money, of course. She's so passionate to help others. She doesn't even have a name. We can just call her the Absolute. She just called GM. That's like initials. And there's nothing personal about her. It's just like meeting the infinite itself. And I was so touched, totally touched. And then for many, many hours, I was in the highest state imaginable. Then it came back. And during these 2 weeks, sometimes it lasted for 1 day or 2 days, this state of ultimate awakening. So, and she also told me I was quite near to reach it. It made sense to me because, in fact, just like Nisargadatta, he recommended people to not have even one desire. Even Buddha, he recommended to be desireless. And it's actually true. I did not have even one desire. So, in that sense, in Nisargadatta's words, that means that you are well prepared. So GM, she is totally uncompromising. Ramana and Nisargadatta, they were pretty uncompromising, but still they could speak about health, about money, relationships, sex, money, work, suffering, this and that, depression. GM, she doesn't speak about these things. She doesn't go down to your level and meet you there. She's taking you up to her level and make you meet her, if you're mature enough, if you're sincere enough. And she prefers to work with these very, very mature and sincere seekers who are not compromising. They only want the highest. They don't need any miracles. For me, if I would see somebody, somebody prayed and a man who was dead for 2 days, he got raised, somebody walk on water or performed the biggest miracles, to me it's not a miracle. I mean, for me to see a sunrise or a butterfly flying is not less miracle to me. Everything is just a miracle. So I'm not impressed by these outer things. For somebody else it might be the peak of life. For me it is like as beautiful as a sunset, as a bird singing. So I could feel like every day I got deeper and deeper inside the ultimate supreme state. And there is a big shift after being through this retreat, which she prefers to call it a celebration. So what did we do? Some people ask me, what did we do? There was no program. There was only like 6-7 people there, and we spent it up in her residence. I went to her own toilet, I went to the kitchen, and when she was making food for us, it was just like family life, like visiting grandmother. It was so casual. So when we came around 10:30, she said, please close your eyes. And then there was her thundering silence. And very easily I went into what Ramana said is something very, very rare, to be sleeping, but you are awake in your sleep. It became natural with her. You're totally like sleeping, but you're not sleeping. That was the tremendous peace, like thundering silence, the highest silence imaginable. It just comes like that immediately with her. I speak for myself. But the other people, they said the same thing in the retreat. So usually I met some beginners who came to our Sunday meetings, they say the same. So I think this is difficult to escape. That is the might and the power. She's like a Niagara fall of silence and peace and love. So, and then maybe after 1 hour, she said, you can slowly open your eyes. And that took maybe 5 minutes. Does anybody have any questions? If not, she shared something just spontaneously to make it even more easy for us to sort of become totally stabilized forever, or at least much deeper in this, what she called this realized state, or the nectar state, the awakening state. And then it was just like very casual, and then we often closed our eyes when she was doing that, and maybe she talked for like 5 minutes or 20 minutes, then she said nothing, and we kept eyes closed again. Then we had a little break, maybe around like short break, or she went out to fix something in the kitchen, came back 5 minutes later. She's very humble. She doesn't have any servants, like most people have in India. She's a retired scientist, so she has a nice house, and it's just open for people like that. She has no secrets. And then around 2 o'clock we had a lunch break. Everybody ate together, but I did not eat because I'm usually just eating a little bit in the evening, like 1 or 2 times. So I went down to the down floor and just took a little rest. And these participants, first day it was maybe Rajan, next day it was Gajendran, and then third day it was Satish Kumar, and fourth day it was Vidya, like that. And I think one day she was cooking also. It was like that, Everybody just bringing something, but in the Sunday meetings, she is like making the tea and the peanuts and the snacks, like, and she's just giving to people like, welcome to my home. She's so friendly, and you know, so she's even spending money on people. This is right. I know only people like Ramana, they did like that. So she is to me Ramana's sister. It's just amazing. Okay, so that was how it went, and every day we got deeper and deeper into this kind of silence, and it just kept on doing like that. Just close your eyes. Do you have any questions? And suddenly she just spoke something, maybe spontaneously. And then we had tea around 5:30 in the afternoon, and tea with little snacks or apples. And then in the evening, around maybe 7 o'clock or so, she said, let's go upstairs. She has a nice, like on the top floor, it's like a big space, like maybe 800 square foot. And we were just walking around to get some exercise, you know. And she was like, anybody could come to her and speak to her when we were walking around, and the other people that were speaking between themselves were walking, and there was this thundering silence all the time, you know. And then after maybe like 40 minutes or 50 minutes, somebody started, she maybe started to do some stretching, and then somebody did some other stretching, and then we imitated each other, and I did plank together with somebody, see who could do the plank longest. It's so playful and fun, you know. So that's why they call it celebration. And then we went down, and then 8 o'clock maybe, or 8:30, okay, bye-bye, see you tomorrow. So there was not much about there was no structure. It was just being in her presence and being able to ask anything you want. And I remember in the end, it was just like, it was even for 2 days, just this total limitless, like millions of volts of love and joy. And it was like sort of, maybe not the full thing, but maybe the half thing. So I had like reached like 10 or 100 times more than my average state, which was even so beautiful, you know. So it really works well. And when you speak to her, she like says like, yeah, Freddy, you are quite close, and I think we need maybe like one more time like this. And yeah, we don't know, maybe a few months like that, and hopefully you will awaken by then. There is no promise. It's just like a grandmother sharing very nicely. And for her, when I spoke about people from Scandinavia where I'm living, or America where I was staying for some years, or Soviet Union, the former Soviet Union, like Russia, Ukraine, Kazakhstan, Belarus, Latvia, Lithuania, and so on, these countries. I asked her like, yeah, what about people there? And she said, yeah, I mean, if you want, you can just tell about this. We can make a retreat for them. There's a celebration for them. It's not a problem like that. And they can just come for 1 or a few weeks or something. It was very casual. So actually now I'm going there again in December. Maybe I will arrive there the 10th or the 17th and stay for 3-4 weeks. So we can maybe have a group. I mean, space is only enough for 20 people. If there are more than 20 like that, we'll make like 2 or 3 like retreats of maybe 10 days each, or I don't know how long time. It's totally spontaneous, you know. People have to like rent their own house or a hotel room. There can be 3 people in a hotel room. It will be very cheap like that, and maybe arrange their own food, and I mean food and things, and transportation is maybe like 10 times cheaper than Sweden, I think. So it's extremely cheap. So when I spoke about the other people, you know, she said, you know, in Europe, America, etc., Australia, and everywhere, I know people from many places, and I think that quite a few would like to experience something like this with a living Ramana, living Nisargadatta. I mean, a sister. I mean, it's the same thing in my humble experience, a humble opinion. So then, yeah, she said that, yeah, it should be possible to help them also to get awakened, like, you know, in her world, it doesn't exist that people will not like reach the highest state. I don't know why. Maybe because she's so passionate. She's in fact more passionate herself than the people coming to her that they have to reach it. And maybe because she's a scientist, she's so sharp intellectually. She's like making it so simple and removing the blocks so fast. You know, it's just amazing. And the energy, in my opinion, there is not like two energies. Ramana, Nisargadatta, or Nana. It's just the same energy, because there is only one reality. But it's hard to find somebody who's alive. And I know many people who are telling so many beautiful words. Oh yes, I can help you to get enlightened. Just give me all your money and $10,000 or something like that. I mean, this is not interesting for me. So I know that Buddha, Jesus, and Ramana, Nisargadatta, and Nana, and so on. It was never about the money, and it was not about promising so many things. It was just in a humble way. Well, I don't know so much about the past. Now I speak more about this, within 100 years. Mainly I speak about Ramana, Nisargadatta, and Nana, my tradition, sort of. So, what more can I say? That I don't have any promises to make. GM doesn't have any promises to make. If you feel inspired, then you can contact me if you like, or some other people, maybe on the website, on the GM's website. And the Sunday meetings, they are open for the public. So, you can ask through the website, or you can ask me. But if you want to go through a retreat, GMC asked me that I should only invite the people who are a little bit similar to me, totally uncompromising. They only want one thing. Only one thing is important in life. That is to get the infinite, limitless, boundless love, peace and joy, and to realize themselves, the highest potential, and to know the truth. So there might not be many such people. I don't know. Maybe 2, maybe 200, maybe 2,000. I have no idea. So, but the Sunday meetings, people can come. But for the retreats, it would be better if you are like totally uncompromising, because otherwise you waste your time, you waste her time, and you could make space for somebody else who needed it more. Okay, so feel free and welcome to contact, and you can. I will try and see if I can give my WhatsApp number here, or my Facebook contact, through Messenger. So it's possible to call me. We can speak. It can be one by one. It can be a group. Maybe you have a group of people who wanted to speak. I always do it for free. And sometimes even I think I can convince GM to speak to some small group of people, not with the video but with the voice, and you can do that. Okay, so thank you for listening, and just I want to make sure that you know that I'm in no way trying to convince you that what I went through is something that you need to go through or might even be good for you. I have no idea what is good for you, and if you find something else that is better for you, I am totally very happy with that. I just want everybody to be totally happy, nothing else. There's no competition, there is no path, and even GM said she has no path, she has no methods. So I might make some more videos based on the question that people have, but this is like the first series. I made like 2 videos right now. Okay, be happy. I wish that you find the highest happiness ever possible. Okay, bye bye.